All right, guys, let's both learn how to make some stairs. Oh gosh.
I'll also be showing you the secrets that contractors are not sharing with DIYers. That and more coming up.
All right, so the first way to figure out your stairs is to measure the distance from the platform, whether it's a deck or it's a house. Figure out the distance between or from it's very windy, from the platform to where you want your stairs to start. And for us, it's gonna be out here. So I'm gonna bring my leveler. It's kind of a straight edge all the way out here. Oh, that's working. And the reason why I'm using my leveler, because I know it has a straight edge, because I wanna get the most accurate measurement from this point. All right, so the height is 23.25. And this measurement is what we're gonna use to figure out the runs and basically the height. For instance, so this is your run and this is the height of your stairs, your stair. This information is gonna help us to make our stairs. I'll get into that a little bit more later on. And now I know based on the distance, we only want 2 stairs because 3 is way too much. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna divide that 23.25, which is 23.25, divided by the 3 stairs that we want. That's gonna give us 7.75. Hi, future Ramon here, asking you to remember this moment where I stated 7.75, also known as 7 3/4, just a while ago. Remember that. It's gonna make sense later on, I promise. Remember that. The stairizer code has to be 7.75, and it's so crazy that my measurement that I just got was actually 7.75 as well for risers. And I know for my treads, it's going to be 10 inches, which is also, you know, with code. So make sure you check your specific state, city, or county and see what the requirements are. But for us, that's perfect. So we're gonna go ahead and go with that. If you're picking these up, make sure that they're 10 inches wide, right? Because you have to account for the width of your steps and everything. So make sure these are 10 inches wide and 2 inches thick. In terms of length, you know what you're working with, so you should know what fits you best. And I picked up these stair gauges that I'm going to use to basically lock these ends in. That'll make it much easier to just go along without trying to measure each time. So I'll show you exactly how they work. Okay, so apparently you take this thing and lock it exactly where you want it. For me, it's gonna be 6 3/4, and then you tighten this, locks it into place. Let's see if it works. And then do the same thing for the other side. All right, so now that we got our jig set into place, just gonna go ahead and mark that. And then we're gonna move this down.
And live from Reno with Ramon, it's your boy, Ramon. Okay, that was my radio impression because I know this sounds like a radio host. Anyways, once I got through drawing the lines for my stringers, I grabbed my circular saw and then kind of rough cut the pieces out of there and then finished it off with my jigsaw.
First try, we're gonna try it together. This doesn't look like it's gonna fit to me. It don't look like it's gonna work, but that's what the math is saying.
One way to find out.
Yep. But here we go. Okay, hold on. Where's my tape measure? Oh gosh. No. All right, guys. So clearly I messed up there. Remember, the first number was 7.75 slash 7 3/4, and I completely butchered it. You know, I dropped off an inch, and that one, you know, kind of derailed the whole thing, and I had to build it all over again. But I included this just to let you know that, you know, mistakes happen. It's okay. But don't make this mistake though, because, you know, I already made it for you. I didn't scrap the whole thing also because, you know, the steps are correct. It's just that the number got me. All right, so let's continue.
Alrighty, radio voice again. As you can see here, this is sped up, so it probably looks like I only spent like 30 seconds trying to figure out my mistake, but no, this actually took me about 50 to 20 minutes. But I eventually figured it out and got it, and I made some adjustments and cut out a new set, and this is how it turned out.
Okay. Okay.
Apparently my mic died while I was recording this section, but what I was basically saying is that I'll be using this piece right here to connect all the stringers, including the two middle ones that I will be notching out here in a few. Now that the stringers are notched out and screwed in, it's time to nail down those inner stringers, screw down the inner stringers to the 2x3. And here's a better view. Whoops. All right. One more time. Oh, nope. Missed again. This is getting embarrassing. Let's try. I'm okay. All right. Let me just come on now. You got this. There you go. Good job. And clearly while I was messing around, the stringer moved, so I had to adjust it and then screw it down. You'll notice I didn't go all the way through and down because I wanted to make sure that this thing is square before I fully commit. And plus I need to put another screw on the other side of the stringer just so it's really secured. And then after I get these two screws in, I went crazy with the screws and put like 3 on each side, so I know this thing is not moving for real. And then it's just rinse and repeat from this point onward for this section. Next step would be to install the joist hangers. And how you go about doing this is by pretty much attaching it to the platform, whether it be a deck like I have here, just attaching it to that, and then you basically attach your stringers to the joist hangers. And which, you know I suck at explaining things, so you'll see here in a second what I'm talking about. The important thing is to make sure that your joist hangers lines up properly with your stairs. So what I'll recommend you do is just mark a line on where your joist hanger should start, and then you'll just go ahead and screw it in there, and then it will all make sense in just a second. Now that I got it all aligned and I know where I want my holes to go, I'm just gonna go ahead and drill some pilot holes here, so when I'm driving the screws in, it'll go through okay. And the reason why I'm using screw for just this one in the joist hanger is because that's what the manufacturer recommends. One screw, and the rest of it is just galvanized nail. After rinsing and repeating, we are finally done. Now it's time to test fit, check for level, and then start hammering away once again. I'll actually have a close-up for you this time. Alrighty, now that we got our stringers attached and solid, not going anywhere at all, also forgot to mention and forgot to note that I added some 4-inch screws to the base of the stringers to make sure that this structure doesn't move at all. Now it's time to add these posts that our arm rail is going to rest on. It's going to be used as a guide to go up and down the stairs. To make sure I'm getting this right, I'll be using a clamp and a post leveler to prevent this from looking crooked in the end. I'll also be including links to all the products I've used during this video, including this post leveler. If you go ahead and grab it from this link, I do get a minute fraction of the cost, which is no extra cost to you. So if you don't mind grabbing it from this link, that would be really appreciated. Also, I'll be using the Trex sleeves to cover this. Unfortunately, I lost footage of me actually putting the sleeves on and putting the rails down on this section of the deck. But, maybe one day I'll get better at recording, just YouTubing in general, because right now I suck. Hope you'll forgive me, but I will include a picture/video of the final product. And the thing that contractors are not sharing with DIYers is that they're not telling you to put joist tape on top of your joist. Yeah, it's something that a lot of people don't think about. They only put joist tape on their decks, but not on their stair stringers. So make sure you do that. And if you like this video, you should totally check out the video before this when I demolished a deck, the very old deck from post-war era. Make sure you check that out.